Casting music. All right. There we go. All right. What's up, guys? All right. I've got the live stream up and ready. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, so tonight we got Love Me versus DME Exodia, and tomorrow we have a rematch scrim of the finals between Vertios, recently known as Ember Pigs, and DME Exodia. So if you're excited for some high-level scrim gameplay, look no further than right here on the Fallen Second YouTube channel. I look forward to getting some good games in, baby. Right. I'm going to do my dailies on Blue Archive while we wait for the lobby to open. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 teeth for brush, my pills are taken. Oh, feels kind of good to just Be able to chill, relax, have fun. Yes. Morgan's NP theme. I love this song. It's so beautiful. Oh. Hey, it's my favorite team. It's my favorite team. I don't. Oh. Okay, that's cool. What is this? Konami have introduced a new reward program called Duelist Point. Ah. Okay, well, useless. Allah. I see. So Tizan and Spy are the new members on the team. I think Tizan played. I can't remember what team Tizan played on, but we casted quite a few of Tizan's games, and we kind of liked his juggling. And Spy, well, you know, Spy is the throat goat support. He's the Stardust, but in support position. He's just my goat. Alright. Oh, once the players are in the lobby, I'll post the link for the people that want the mod. So don't worry. Most people already know where to get the link, but I'll just post it just, you know, for clarity's sake. What just happened? Alright, mm. Oh. So Lolo plays for multiple rosters? I think. I'm not too sure. Alright. So okay, so it seems that Love Me have choice of side. Alrighty. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. Alright, so it's going to be Love Me on red for game number 1. So it is the service game for, it's the service game for DME Exodia. Keep in mind, it's a 3-game Scrim block, so the service game doesn't really matter too much. I think they'll alternate based on who wins, but we're getting 3 games tonight. So there's no worries there. Okay. It won't be too long. We should be getting the draft up and ready soon for you guys. Alright, looks like we officially have a draft link, and you know what that means, guys. We're gonna go that's BAM, baby. Let me turn the lights on real quick. So, Exodia's service game on blue side. Let's see what they got packed for us. It's been a while since we were able to cast some DME Exodia. So, I'm honestly just looking forward to it. And tomorrow, for those of you interested, we have DME Exodia versus Vertios, aka Ember Pigs. So, it is a rematch of the Prestige Finals. Tomorrow, I believe at 7 or 7:30 p.m. I'll make a post about it. But tomorrow night, get excited. We got, hey, if we can get consistent scrims on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then once Prestige starts, we can still get consistent scrims on Wednesdays and have match games on Tuesdays, that would be fantastic. I'd be super excited about it. All right. What do you have for us today? As we always love watching Exodia play, Reynars is always a treat. And now that I feel like we've upgraded from Guilty to Spy. And the reason why Guilty stepped down is he became a father, so congrats to him. He's going to raise a future support main in maybe 15 years. We'll have a new support main on the Rift. I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, we've got our GOAT Spy, and we changed Le Fils for Tizan. So, I didn't really ever get to talk much to Le Fils. I've spoken to Tizan a bit, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what these changes imply, right? One thing I do want to work on for next year is to have some cool, like, not professional level, but like amateur level overlays. And I'm looking into finding some people that can help me out with that. Why is the window out of whack? Give me a second. Oh, it's just not... Wait, no. I think that covers it all. We're just waiting on Exodia's ready check. Alright. Oh. I'm happy to be getting more consistent casts. As always, if you would like your matches streamed or your games streamed, solo queue, whatever, you know, you can always hit me up. Discord at The Fallen Sanctum. Twitter at LucaVoiceFan123. And, or just comment on any of my YouTube live streams. So, first off, we're banning off Belveth. Okay. Lolo has played a lot of Belveth, as we saw during the promotion tournament just this Sunday. She had a really good start, but it kind of fell off. Afterwards, Reynars is quirky and taken off the table. We've seen this man drive fear into the eyes of his opponents with the canonical Cannoneer. So, yeah, I agree that's a fantastic ban. Pantheon gets nerfed next patch, but currently still is the king. Spy is a well-known Pike one-trick. Well, I mean, he's a Pike main, having played Pike more than his other supports. And on that champion, he is really, really nasty. With an aggressive AD carry like Reynars, it is not safe to put... it's not safe for the enemy to put like Spy and Reynars on a we kill you combo early lane. Jake's going to be the last hover here, going to be locked in. Still a pretty strong AD carry, getting buffs next patch as well. An increase to her range and a little bit extra fishbone damage. So, interested in seeing what we get out of that. We are seeing a lot of mid laners get buffed next patch. On this current patch, we saw the nerfs of Annie, Azir, Hui. Gonna be one of Aim Down's funner champions to watch. Is a bit more combo-y, but we've seen him really, like, you know, shuffle that orchestra with his magic wand. And the slinging the spells, the landing beautiful fears, the isolated thunderbolts from outside of vision. Hell yeah. Alright, so we're going to be locked in here for Love Me. Honestly, it's a champion that rose up in the ranks. It's really, really, really powerful. And against control mages with CC, well, I mean, you have a spell shield, so you never really want to be the one tanking the hits. But c'est mieux pour... Alright, the Poppy being considered here, fantastic flex pick, can be played jungle, top support. I haven't seen it played mid or in the bottom lane position. But honestly, just a great jungle, great against anti-dash, tries to discourage a lot of mobility-based champions like Ambessa, Gwen, hell, even things like Gragas. It stops a lot of things in the top lane. It stops a few of the assassins in the mid lane. Zeri gonna be considered here for Reynars, so we've seen him, I believe we've seen him get a pentakill on Zeri, if not at least quite a few quadras. The Pentakill Pikachu has risen up as of late since the Varus Callista meta has kind of subsided. So this champion just fantastic as at 2.5 to 3 items, just basically full build. Crit carries kind of just go to town once they have 3 items. Skarner, not the most fantastic tank jungler right now, but it is one of Tuzan's comfort picks. Also works really well against the likes of Poppy and stuff because you can chain the ultimate to the Keeper's Verdict to take the Poppy with you. So if you're the one getting hit, you can bring her with you. And, I mean, if you're at an objective fight and there's no junglers, there might be a support taking spellbook, so who knows if there's still no smite. Morgana here locked in for Eden K? Eddie NK? Edney K? How do I say his name? If anyone wants to chime in to let me know the pronunciation, I'm just gonna call him Eddie for the time being. So Silver Morgana doesn't seem like the most fantastic bot lane. I mean, it could be a Morgana jungle flex because we've seen AP champions kind of they are getting a huge buff next patch, but I didn't think they'd be live. Maybe it's just practice for this match, but we don't know. The Lulu taken away from the Zeri, common enchanter support that goes super well with any Hypercarries, Jinx, Aphelios, Zeri, Sivir, just taken off the table. And support hasn't been picked up yet for Exodia. We are banning Tsigab's set. Now this is a champion that's seen a relatively higher pick rate than we would normally assume, especially here in the Quebec amateur scene. I'm not too sure what changed. The build hasn't. Yon gonna be taken away here from IMW Cat, and Gab gonna lock in the furnace fueler himself, Mr. Scion. So we'll see here what Roshag wants as the pick of the litter to play against it. I mean, the Gwen still available. Things like Cassante, Renekton, Ornn still also available. Maybe a bit of Engage. Maybe the Aurora was taken away. But I think the Aurora is more a ban towards Aim Down than Roshag. Okay, the Aatrox locked in, so it's a skill-based matchup. Normally should be Aatrox favored, but I mean, if Scion isn't given any like negative attention from the enemy jungler, I mean, he can just sit there, farm, and eventually not have to care. As you know, once the Scion's got a Bramble and plated Steel Caps to build some HP items, he kind of doesn't really care about the Aatrox anymore. And he'll just be able to clear the wave, and Aatrox won't be able to push his shit in. Aatrox is really going to have to make things count early on. And it is going to be the Soraka here for Spy. Okay, it is something that we used to see Guilty play. So, that Exodia combo was Leona Soraka. Well, we've got some consistent healing from Exodia's side. And the Lilia to be considered here. Okay, so it would be Morgana mid lane if this goes through. Alright, so it's Morgana versus Hui. I mean, you use the Morgana, max the W to out-push the Hui because Hui needs a lot more mana to push. And fun fact, if you are hitting a cannon minion or a champion, I believe it's large monsters, epic monsters, and champions reduce the cooldown of the pool that Morgana is that Morgana uses. So she does build a lot of CDR, tends to build double burn with Zhonya's. It's not the heaviest damage build, but I mean, if you catch a stray Dark Binding into pool, you will lose. If you have no magic resist, you will lose most of your health. Also, that Q goes up to what I believe 2.5 seconds of rooting. Root means you cannot move, but you can cast and attack. So we'll have to be careful, but creates a lethal combination with the likes of Lilia and Poppy, wall slamming and sleep deprivation. And while Soraka Silence is nice, I think we might be seeing an early Mikhails. I would love to see an early like Mikhails in the Moonstone here for Soraka, just to keep Reynar's safe. Although Reynar's isn't really the one to Jackie Love or Ruler into 1v5s. So, alright.
So, from what it looks like, we've got two hyper, two hyper carries, two control mages, an enchanter versus a tank support, some scaling junglers and some scaling top laners. So I'm expecting the big fights to break out around second dragon and probably Herald and Otacon to be the big fights. Alright, so it is Morgana mid versus Hui, so we can expect a W max, I believe. Just be able to keep that CS up, get priority to push in the lane, and then rotate with the likes of Lilia. It is weak side here for Tsgab, and I guess the bot lane will really depend on who gets more jungle attention, because that's what really matters. Because with Spy on Soraka, I think it's gonna be hard for Eddie and Nord to get kill pressure on Reynars. I mean, unless Reynars like oversteps and gets wall slammed into like a double boomerang blade and like gets hit by all three bouncing blades and a couple autos. I think he should be fine. You know, one W from Soraka is able to absorb pretty much one Sivir Q, and Soraka will have access to two W's in the duration of like a 7-second fight. So I don't think it'll be that much trouble. I'm expecting these junglers to farm early unless a laner blows their flash. Then we might see like a sneaky gank. But these champions really do get unlocked from level 6 and onwards. So that's what I'm expecting. So here we go. We are getting into the game. Do not mind the FPS bar. It's there so that I can control the the output on my PC, making sure that the stream and everything runs properly. It's a little bit of a negative on the stream, like visual impact, but I can't really change it otherwise. We've got ourselves 4 teleports. Cleanse here on Reynars, very smart of him to do so, adapting already with his runes, with his summoner spell choice. Decided to go, it's double lethal tempo. It's airy, so no summoner spellbook from Spy here, valuing the airy plus resolve tree a little bit more than the creativity tree. And we got double arcane comet. It's Conquer versus Grasp, and then mirrored backwards in the jungle matchup. So yeah, this looks like it's gonna be fun. And as predicted, I do believe WCAT has started with the his W. And let's see if Tsgab. Okay, Tsgab has not chosen his skill yet. In a slow lane, you can almost kind of expect a Soul Furnace start, but depending on if he wants to get maybe a bit aggressive and try and fight for some HP at level 1, maybe he'll start Decimating Smash. Because the thing is, Aatrox's knockups and Decimating Smash, well, if it gets interrupted, it gets cancelled. They still take a bit of damage, but Aatrox is really good. Oh, okay. The first mana flow band stack has been had by WCAT. And it's gonna be Aim Down's job to try and get as much poke as possible down in this lane before Morgana just eats the entire wave. You know, you gotta remember, Morgana is like Lizzo at a buffet. She just goes to town on minions. Presses that W, gets a nice... Normally, it's hard to get all 6 minions in a row. Okay, looks like Reynars has the early push, and Nord has not been able to touch the wave much. Okay, now finally getting a bit of access, but the nice zoning by Spy. Level 2 now here in the mid lane as we pan back from top to mid to bot, and now Rorschach gets slapped in the cheeks. Nord's gonna take a Starfall, healing up Soraka quite a bit. Remember, the more champion Soraka hits, the more she heals, and Soraka's W costs HP. So it is very, very important. Level 2 now here for the bot lane. So we'll have to keep an eye out for double Starfalls. Okay, Tigab gonna look to get a Decimating Smash and already got a Grass proc, and so doing pretty good for himself here. We've got a very big CS lead so far in the bot lane. And now Tigab in a bit of trouble. Might be going. Oh, able to hold his flash. Rorschach does not commit. And Nord taken down to about 40%. The potion has come down, and Spy just going to get another Starfall in, but it doesn't hit. And Rorschach looking for a cheeky kill. The Ultra Shock Laser not going to manage to hit either. And we get a wall stun here onto Spy. Driven and almost no HP. That's first blood for Eddie and K. And now Radars might be in trouble. Still has the flash and has to use it. There's no Boomerang Blade available, but it's not going to land. Nord doesn't redirect because he doesn't have his flash. So it's going to be a 1-for-0 at the end of the day. But all summoners burnt bot lane. Outside of Cleanse here for the side of Exodia. And aim down, getting some good poke down while maintaining his CS. Tazan here looking for maybe a cheeky gank through the wall, but it looks like Tigab read him like a book. And he's looking to set up a freeze. Okay, here comes the Ishtal Impact in the top lane, and the flash here from Sion was just force, and it might be Jover, and that's first blood here for Tazan. That's the first kill in the jungle for Tazan, and Tigab not able to reach any more minions. The wave pushing into Rorschach right now. A nice dark binding here by WCat. So unfortunately the kill went over to Poppy here in that bot lane, so it means that both AD carriers basically just had about 700 gold to back with. So not much good components. They both bought a call because they know it's gonna be a farming fiesta. But Eddie and K found Spy at a crucial moment, and now Tazan is back, and Tigab does not have his flash. There's no red buff this time, but that's a lot of slows, and can Tigab make it out? Okay, the bowling ball of doom is dodged, and that's Rorschach taking another kill, except Lilia here with revenge. Now Rorschach might be in trouble. Oh, Lolo misses the flash, and will she get punished? No, she's forced to flash away, and now Spy's probably dead again. The feats of warfare go over to Love Me, but now Nord gets shut down, and now Reynars is putting a gun to Poppy's head and saying, wham, 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 say hello to my little friend, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that is a nightmare for Love Me. You do, oh, Rorschach, what are you doing, bro? Rorschach! 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 Rorschach, what are you doing? What are you doing staying in the wave on 2 HP? Rorschach! What was that, Rorschach? You just gave Sion free prio. Alright. Oh, shit. I forgot to turn the music off. Oh, right. XD, my bad. Sometimes, you know, I forgot I'm a bad streamer. I forgot to turn the music off. I forgot to turn the league sounds back on. Because when I play TFT, I turn the league sounds off. Oh, shit. The Spiraling Despair. Not going to be able to find anyone. A nice. The Soul Shackle's coming in. And that's going to be enough. Tazan is not level 6. WCat able to pick up another kill. A kill here in the mid lane. A little down in CS. But that kill definitely does make up the difference. The lost chapter to no lost chapter. And now it's Yab going to get pulled back in. But because Nord is alone, the Sivir going to be isolated a little bit from XP on the wave. And because of that double kill, we do find that it is a BF sword pickup to a longsword, so crazy. Okay, and that's gonna be first dragon given over to the side of Love Me. And so far, Spy Soraka has not worked out as intended. I mean, hey, poppies and wall slams. You know, okay, aim down. Here is sleepy time. Okay, well, that is Lilia's full combo. Was not able to kill the Hui, but now aim down, being forced to probably back if he gets hit by a skill shot. He could just be dead. So has to be very careful not getting hit by a Dark Binding. If he does, he might not make it. Hey, Reynar's is level 6. So is Nord, but Sivir's ultimate is more defensive than offensive. It doesn't do damage. And Natsugab with that kill on to Rorschach, giving him a little bit of momentum here in this lane. Okay, the Scion ult invested here. Lilia is coming for a visit, and she is looking to have some fun. The bowling ball of doom is gonna miss. All the skill shots missing, and Rorschach is trying, but it's not enough. And Skarner here, alone in a 1v3. Hui's coming up, but we're gonna dodge the Dark Binding, and we're gonna be able to make it away. And Tizan thankful that aim down was there to help him buy some space. That's gonna be almost 2 plates going over here to the side of Reynar and Spies, though, in this bot lane. So gold-wise, the advantage is not looking too great. However, it's gonna be 2 objectives to none here for the side of Love Me. Plus, they got the first 3 kills as well. So things are looking fantastic. What is Rorschach building? Are we seeing an early Black Cleaver? Okay, the Keeper's Verdict invested to make sure that the plate stays up. And now Eddie and K, though, gonna take about half his life left, and making sure that the wave doesn't get pushed in. Reynar gonna take a turret shot, though. Alright. And Scab just kind of doing what he's got to do. Thornmail early is going to be pretty big, unless he just decides to finish his Sunfire Cape. And now we are going back to the Farm Festival. So about a 3-wave lead here in the bot lane for Reynar's over Sivir. Already has the completed item. Ooh, WCAT gonna dodge the Grasping Maw. Not gonna get hit by the Hui bubble combo. Alright, Roar of the Slayer not gonna protect Eddie and K, clearing out the pink ward in the red side jungle. And now Rorschach just looking to get some more damage in here. And even with the Bramble Vest, the chunk damage still heals Aatrox for quite a bit. Oh, okay, the pedal gonna be collected by WCAT here. And aim down still has about a wave up in oh, he's up a wave in CS. And the top laners seem to be struggling to be getting some farm, averaging almost 5 CS or less a minute. So oh, Zolshackle is gonna come down here, and it's gonna be the stun here down onto aim down. Sleepy Time's gonna come in with the watch out Eep. It's gonna be enough. Now Lolo's gonna be able to get away, and that's a killing spree here for Lolo on this Lilia. Aim down, not having the most fantastic game. And this Morgana pick really proving to be kind of annoying. Okay, the Pentakill Pikachu, she's going to town. And now we get, we get the heal from Soraka, but it's not going to be enough. The Ignite is going to be enough to take down Reynars. And now Eddie and Kay really trying to make a move. But unfortunately, Tazan and Soraka don't really have any damage. Oh, it's gonna be enough. A rock throw to the face. It's almost like Tazan's playing Talia, just spear chucking some stones at the back of Siver's head. And now initial impact to get away from the scene of the crime. And now Spy might be in trouble. Spy knew he was recalling on Vision, so that seemed a little bit sussy-wussy, if you ask me. Heartsteel now finished for Tazan. Black Cleaver, we're at the 1 item mark for everyone except Scion and Morgimore. And Scion and Poppy. Sorry, Morgimore. But we got double BFT as expected. And now you can see Aim Down just passively losing health. He gets hit by Dark Binding, gets hit by the Black Pool. And it just hurts. And there's no counterplay by it. You get hit by one, you're almost guaranteed to get hit by the other. Now together, well, he's got an HP item, he's got a Bramble, and now Reynar's maybe in a bit of trouble, forced to slide and glide over the wall. But here Lolo gonna get a nice double bowling ball. It's sleepy time, baby. Okay, Eddie and Kay now in a bit of trouble. The double impale is gonna be huge, but so far it's only Reynar's finding a single person. And we got the root, the double, the bubble, the slowdown, the blow up, and it's a 3-4-0 in the bot lane. Nord running away with his tail between his legs. Aim Down with a clutch Eye of the Watcher to make sure that Lolo could not get away. Fortunately, he does not claim any kill bounties. But, okay. Tiab looking to turn it up on Roche. He got to dodge those sweet spots. If not, he's getting very low. And the healing on this Aatrox, the Black Cleaver, just juicing, man. It's juicing. And Aim Down and Tazan are doing the Dragon. Eddie and Kay gonna get caught by that Ultra Shock Laser, but it's not going to mean much in Eye of the Watcher. Make sure the Bobby can't get into the pit. There's no blast going for him to be able to get in. And an initial impact by Tazan to get out of the pit just in the nick of time. Now 51 stacks, already 3-1-3 on this Skarner. The redemption plays are happening. Nord going to be clearing out that wave. And that should be his call finish. Okay, Eddie NK now maybe biting off a bit more than he can chew. The Ultra Flag Laser looking to slide, glide, and deny. The Starfall gonna hit, healing Spy up just a little bit, but both Eddie Gears still only on that 1 item mark. And right now we're kind of just waiting for things to happen. Level 10 now here on the Zeri. Spy Reynar's very happy about it, but no summoners to use right now. Okay, Eddie and K gonna be clearing out Vision here in the bot lane. And now it's back to Roshag and Sigab smacking each other with that Sunfire Cave. Sigab should be doing just fine here. Gonna get Ishtal Impact away. Gonna use the ultimate plus the flash to be able to get away. Sleepy time, but it looks like they just want to guarantee the feats of warfare. So that's gonna be the first turret going over to the side of LoV Me. Give me just a second. I'm gonna whoop, 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 whoop. I'm gonna bag it up, whoop, 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 whoop. Gotta get some of that guagua, you know? Cause I'm a first boy. Mama always says that I gotta drink my liquids when I get thirsty. That's gonna be Lilia stealing away the KFC camp. And now WCAT might be in trouble. Gets hit by the electroshock laser. Uses the black shield to try and despair. The keeper's verdict coming through, but it's not gonna be fully channeled. Lilia gets rooted. Lolo forced to flash over the wall. Eddie and K now taking the trouble from spiraling despair. Things are going ham. And now Eddie and K trying to live, but it's a killing spree here for Raynars. And we go back to the top lane as two meatheads are smacking each other. And, yeah, it's all that action just for a flash and a puppy death, but overall a victory for Exodia. I wonder what the second item here on WCAT is going to be. I don't know if we have the time to just chill on the Leandries, or if we have to go into the Zonias to have some fighting capabilities, but the Leandries would definitely make the W kind of like a lethal ability, you know? Okay, it was Mikhail's rush here, as predicted here by the GOAT Spy. And we got the Runans versus the IE in the making here. Zeri kind of cares more about attack speed when she's building her crit items, because she already does a shit ton of damage, and she sprays and prays. She's kind of like Twitch, but with boobs. So, you know, sometimes it's just a good thing. And you see Morgana getting access to the double pool. But we might be getting an early Morella Namicon from the Morgana. I think we might just be holding the Oblivion Orb just due to the fact that Soraka is a pain in the Gugamanji butthole. So now we have two items and a BF sword here. Raynars really putting that fat stacks to the play. And, okay, it's because Raynars has no tier 2 boots. Okay, I was wondering where the cash difference in items is, because it's just a BF sword difference. It's a BF sword worth of items in difference, but it's probably the boots, the unfinished boots, plus like 500 gold. Okay, now we got triple merc threads this game, so we're gonna be seeing some chainless threshers. Very good against the likes of Hui, who is the only AP on the team, but he does so much continuous damage. You kind of just don't want to let him just have free reign. You gotta pop that shield so it doesn't blow up. But Rorschach ends up taking a little bit more than he wanted. But he's got the Tsukiyomi loop of infinite cooldowns basically. Once you have a cooldown item on Aatrox, your Q is basically like 2 seconds. Oh, we got a really nice Keeper's Verdict, but Spy gonna be ejected out of the fight. Radar stunned into the wall. It's sleepy time, and WCAT with a fantastic play. Gonna lock down, aim down as well. And now the pool, it's taking him to Pound Town. Radar's Rorschach and Rorschach and Tiab are here for the fight, but Rorschach in a 1v5 gangbang, and he's not gonna be able to get out of it. Looks like he's taking home a pounding, and he's not going to be able to walk straight tomorrow. Our initial impact coming in here on WCAT. We're going to try to get onto him, but the Black Shield is going to be enough. Morgana's going to have the Dark Binding any second now, and I think she should be fine. The pool to hurt the anti-heal. And now Tigab might be in a bit of trouble to slow down, but it's just Tizan and Spy. And while Soraka runs at the speed of sound when running towards injured allies, I think we're just going to use the Herald. Okay, WCAT is teleporting back in. And it is going to be a nice silence into root combo by Soraka to make sure that WCAT does not have any prospects of going forward. And out of all this, you know, Raynars did go down, but Raynars got to buy his boots. Nord hasn't gone to shop yet, because Nord doesn't have teleport. And we did the jungle here for DME, still pretty healthy. Eddie and K gonna stun Tizan into the wall, so that means it's gonna be Infernal Dragon over to Love Me, but WCAT gonna get taken down behind the shed, and now Lolo might be in trouble. And Rorschach is looking for some venison. He's a hungry boy. Though Raynars might be in trouble, able to get out with his life, and now it's Nord. Ooh, okay, oof. And ooh, Rorschach gonna live because of this rocket heal. The Thunderbolt's not gonna be enough. And now we're trying to get the Grasp Ball, and it's gonna be enough. And Nord gets taken down. That's a delayed ace for Exodia. So they lose Dragon, but they get a turret. They get 2 turrets and a team fight win off losing Dragon. I'd say hashtag worth in all chat. Okay, well, yeah, looks like they should be able to get that bottom outer, even if Tgab ults, but I don't think Tgab is gonna ult for it. Alright, well, Aim Down still has only 1 kill this game, even though he's been playing masterfully. But Reynar's now at 3+ items. Just finished the IE, so the Zeri truly online. Once you get that pen item, Sion and Lilia are gonna melt like frosted flakes in a bowl of warm milk. And there's not much that they're going to be able to do about that. Rorschach really wants this under Sky. Be able to get through the double anti-heal that this enemy frontline engage combo is going. We are getting the Leandri second here on WCAT. And now WCAT might be in a bit of trouble. Forces the Soul Shackles here. And Rorschach going to get stunned up. Forces the World Ender. Interrupts the Watch Out Eve with the knockout. It's going to be enough, but Sleepy Time here comes out. And now we got Bowling Ball into damage. And now the pool. It's enough. The anti-heal. Rorschach, he's healing up. He's healing so much. It's insane. And WCAT is going to get taken down by Tazan. And Lolo, well, she's prancing too fast with her cute little hooves to get caught by an ugly little scorpion. Oh, okay, Tazan gonna take the blast cone, looking to maybe get some action, but gotta decide against it. Gotta be like, oh, hell nah. But can't make it out. He doesn't have enough duration on his wall, but Tgab's like, yo, this turret's more important to protect. Okay, ooh, we got a Scion ult, but a clutch wall glide by Reynar's gonna be enough to get away from the situation. And now we're getting the pings on the Throtacon. Will the game be thrown at Otacon like it has been in so many pro matches? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Alright, we've got double items here on Lilia, double items here on Sivir, but everyone on the side of DME has 2 items. Even Taraka almost has her second item, so she's very comfortable. Oh, Rorschach is going to miss the cannon here. But Lolo has just arrived at the scene of the crime, and she's not going to be able to make it into the pit for the Otacon. Tazan takes a little bit of Bernie damage, but, ooh, Reynar's hit with a Sleepy combo. Oh, the Lilting Lullaby is not off cooldown just yet. Oh, so there was no possibility of locking down. The flash was available, but there would have been no follow-up, so it would have been just a suicide mission. Though that should be the middle outer here for Love Me. They should be able to secure it since they do have a grub. Since they have one, they have triple void grubs. And now Eddie and Kay gonna get isolated, thunderbolted, and he's gonna get melted. Now Rorschach looking to find Tgab, but I mean, Tgab's got the Scion ultimate, so he doesn't really care. Lolo looking to fire back, hits the Soraka, Sleepy Time, forces the Mikhails, but that's a big cooldown for the Lilia, not to be taken lightly. And that's probably gonna be Baron? No, we're taking recalls. Abyssal Mask here for Tgab to help his Morgana and Lilia do damage. And Rorschach gonna be able to steal away that KFC camp from Lolo. So no fried chicken turkey legs. Alright, Morgana did not go Leandri's. Instead went Bloodletter's Curse to help the Lilia do more damage. But that is gonna come at the cost of a lot of Morgana's very own damage. Because you get a lot of value from a Dark Binding into Black Pool. Alright, we get a double Hui Bubble combo here. WCAT down to 30%. The fight for Dragon hasn't even started yet. And WCAT might have to take a recall. Has access to the teleport, so shouldn't be too bad of an issue. Tgab looking to zone the competition away. But that's WCAT recall interrupted here by Spy, who's going to be able to buy time now. They're gonna have to start this fight without, yeah, and that's gonna be a dragon going over. That's gonna be dragon going over to Exodia. And yeah, might be in a bit of trouble. But it's Tizan who gets wall slam. We get the wall slam here by Poppy, and Reynar's gonna be able to find WCAT, but Nord is able to kill Tizan, and now Rorschach unchained in the fight, not really taking enough damage, and it's a fight on multiple fronts. Lolo is trying, but an electroshock laser just to freshen up the tree leaves, as it ends up being a 1-for-1, a 1-for-2. A nice job on the side of Love Me, keeping the game close, tying up the objectives once again. But that is going to cost them an inner turret. They are trying to trade for an outer turret, for an inner turret themselves. Okay. Nord trying to escape. Oh, the barrier invested. I don't know if Hui's got enough firepower to be able to... Okay, the spell shield's got to be enough, but Lolo here now in a bit of trouble. Reynars and Rorschach able to take down the venison, so they're going to be eating good tonight. Some juicy venison on the menu tonight, boys. Now, Chainless Thrashers picked up here for the Lilia. Almost have the Zonia's Hourglass finish. We have the Seekers right now. Crimson Lucidity picked up here for Morgana. We got some anti-heal, and the War Marchers picked up for Sivir. Now double items, we've got Locket and Redemption. Now on to the Poppy. Last Whisper picked up by Sivir. And Rorschach probably trying to get a Thornmail going. Here we go. We are fighting for Byron Prio. It's 2 dragons a pop. Now, Rorschach jumping over the wall, trying to get some interest. The Ishtal Impact not going to be able to find much. They're looking to get the chicken camp. But Tizan gets caught out. Might have to flash over the wall, if anything. Have to be careful. Okay, well, it's just he got taken about half his life, and Tizan taking about... Not much, because the Sirach could just fully heal him before things go on. With the 80 carries clearing out the wave in the mid lane as we get ready for our next big team fight. NK gonna get a ward over the wall, gonna try and get this Skarner's attention, but Skarner not gonna fall for it. Tizan knows better. They're not gonna take the ward over the wall? Oh, nope, okay. Eddie and K gonna make a mechanical misinput. I forgot to auto attack the ward, and that is another turret going down? Which turret is that? Oh, is that... I'm not sure what turret that was. Okay, we've got the Ishal Impact, but it's not gonna be able to find anyone. A nice Black Shield onto Eddie and K stops any advance. They said what the heck. It's going to be grabbing the top outer at 30 minutes. Now tying back up the turret score. But one thing to note, Zeri is 100% crit. So she's very scary. Lolo here gonna walk by a drive by an Aatrox and get slapped in the face. She'll be like, ouch. But we got 3 items here on our tank Skarner. Okay, we got the Lightning Crash invested for just Eddie. Ooh, the Flash Force from the Thunderbolt. So, Poppy with no Flash, no ult. So, that's going to be a lot less engage potential here from the side of Love Me, at least for the next minute. Hex Flash still available, so if Poppy finds a flank, maybe we can keep going. Aatrox decided, 3rd item. We need some magic resist. Heavy mages. And now, yeah, we're just setting up. Aim down, looking to finish. It's about 2,000 gold. Looking to get a death cap for the next team fight, but doesn't have enough. Still needs about a few waves. And that's Baron Prio given over here to the side of Love Me, and they might just start the objective. Yeah, they will. Okay, they have double burn. They have Morgana. They have a Sivir on 3 crit items. But it's easily going to be interrupted The On the Hunt gets popped. They're trying to find an angle. The Spiraling Despair onto Scion. Aim down gets hit by the Scion ultimate. But Sigab not able to find anyone. And there's no one finding anybody right now. The Impale still hasn't found its target. But a double Impale gonna be stopped. However, the Lightning Bolt's gonna be enough. And Rorschach is in the backline just assassinating everybody. Reynars and Aim Down are just going to town. And Rorschach is tanking for the better half of tomorrow. And now Spy might just die. But a clutch root from the Soraka. And now that's gonna be Infernal Soul points. And an inhib. Lolo just prancing around with them cute little hooves. It's gonna be enough. As Aim Down and Rorschach start a dragon. And you kind of really need your AD carry there. Aim Down's almost out of mana. Okay. And that's going to be Zeri taking the dragon with an Ultra Shock Laser. Fantastic team fighting here from the side of Exodia. You're in game number 1. Aim Down has finally gotten his second kill of the game. 2, 2, and 13. What a support stat line. Alright, Spirit Visage now finished here on Aatrox. He's truly becoming a god. With all the healing that he's doing. It's crazy. He's got a Soraka to heal him up. And he's got the Spirit Visage and a Sundered Skies. So he just heals like 150 gadillion HP every time he heals. And now Lolo going to try and get away from the Aatrox. Going to be able to do so because she's prancing around really, really, really fast. And Lolo now has enough to buy her Zonias. And I believe she really does need to. In order to get a hell of a good, ooh. Okay, it looks like Reynars had bought a Quicksilver Sash, but swapped it out for another BF Sword. And Tizan just looking to interrupt Lolo's recall. I'm gonna stretch while we wait for the next set of action. Oh. Okay, Roaring Slayer lands onto Reynars. Reynars might be in a bit of trouble, is able to wall glide, but here comes the cavalry. Eddie NK pushing Tizan back, but the lightning crash. And now, that's Eddie NK just getting melted and shredded like some delicious nacho cheese. Alright, with the support down, with the Poppy ultimate gone, it's time to start Baron, ladies and gentlemen. The Baron dance begins once again. And now it stops again. As now we take a team fight. But it's sleepy time. And Lilia's going to town. She's taking everyone into Pound Town. But Reynars manages to live. And Nord is getting shot down. Triple kill here by Reynars. Will it be the quadra kill? But the blue buff interrupts Tizan. And Lilia should be able to prance away at the speed of sound. Oh, Lilia might have bitten off more than she can chew. Actually, just kidding. She's just super fast. And she's got that movement speed. Whee! But Reynar says, hey, I've got a gun and you're a deer. So if I kill you, I eat you. Well, yep, Reynar is huge. 5 items. Might see him sell the Berserker Greaves for like a Phantom Dancer, if anything, later on. But, yeah, he's a full build at 36 minutes. 14 kills. We're now finally getting towards the Leandries here for Aim Down. Got the Rylai's now for Lilia, so she's almost full build, 1 item away. And you saw how much damage Lola was doing. It was a little bit crazy. Silver now working towards the BF sword, but Reynar's unfortunately wall gliding through the Baron pit, so has to walk back in. but it shouldn't it shouldn't be an issue. I am WCat here, forced to flash away, and alright, just taking the recalls, getting back to the base. Now, a Skarner picking up what looks like a Spirit Visage soon. Stacks almost done here for Aatrox. Has already looked unkillable in that last team fight, but now with a Sterk Shield, I think this might just clinch the match. It's about a 6,000 gold lead, but money at this point in the game isn't too impactful. However, the Morgana is still stuck on 2 items. About to finish her Zonias, but WCat hasn't really been able to get much done in these team fights. Okay, Reyna is gonna take a decent amount of damage, but that is Infernal Soul here on the line, and if you give us area Infernal Soul, well, I mean, that's probably just Jover. Nord and WCat have to make it to the team fight. So you have almost half life already, but that's gonna be the Infernal Soul taken without the need of our jungler. So okay, blue buff secured here, but that's just gonna be a Zeri pentakill angle if I've seen one. But aim down's like, oh hell nah, give me some kills, bro. And yeah, that should just be the end of the game. That's 50-second death timers. And yeah, Tazan not taking any damage. A beautiful engage. Finds a 3-man impale. And that's a 5-man sleepy time. And the heals coming out from Spy are just too clutch. That's got to be game 1 in the books here. DME Exodia take a resounding win in game 1 against LoV. Ah, there was no play again button. Okay, let's get the music back up real quick. Alright, we'll open the live. You were unable to join the party? I need to... Looking good, Rorschach. Alright, so for game number 2, we have Love Me on. Oh, cool. So it shows. That is so cool. DFB means disabled for both. Okay. Okay, so we saw Reynolds pop off on a hypercare. Roshan got a rough early game, but I mean, he became like this unkillable king. And well, Tazan had some really, really good impales. But Love Me did put up a good fight. Lolo had a fantastic performance on the Lilia, but unfortunately, the non-existent mid laner and Nord having a bit of a rough time bringing up the damage meant that. Well, to be fair, the second Reynar's ulted in the mid to late game, the fights were just over because you would lose half your health from just the ult, and then bam, like 2 autos in the blink of an eye, and well, everyone's dead. And that's essentially what happened. That's all that happened. There we go. I was able to move down to the spectator seating. Let me just turn my phone back on. It's important to stay hydrated. Make sure you got your drink ready. Gotta drink that drink. Gotta drink that drink. Bam, ba, da, bam. Do, 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 do. Well, we're just waiting on the draft to start. Ooh, Cynthia Battle Music Piano Edition. Optimizing apps. Oh, my phone's updating. I have new messages? From who? Me papa? Or is it just advanced? Oh, a new Arcane spin-off. Well, one day the queue will start. When it starts, well, we'll be happy, right? Oh, all right. Here we go. We're back in the draft, boys. All right. Corky and Pike are going to be banned away as expected here from the side of Love Me. I'm going to take Balbuff away from Lolo. Alright, the Wukong this time also going to be banned away. This time a Kali from Aim Down. Okay. Interesting choice, interesting choice. The Aurora going to be left open, so it looks like Love Me want IW Cat to get a strong opener pick. Let's see if Exodia are going to read that. And the Aurora instead. Reminder, this is hard fearless, so once the champion is used, it's used up. Alright, so the Aurora is available to be picked, but it's just going to be Ziggs here. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, they left the Aurora open? Are they trying to... I'm not too sure. Let's see what Exodia are up to with this first pick. They're gonna lag in the Vi here for Tizan, one of his comfort picks. Generally, that's fallen a little bit in priority since the Bruiser format started. But with the rise of AP junglers, she's seeing less and less play. So let's see what Tizan can do on the. I don't even know what to describe Vi as without saying something sus as all hell. So I'm just not gonna say it. See, I'm learning, guys. I'm evolving. I'm human too. All right, we've got Ari Vi. Strong mid lane assassination combo from level 6, but also charm plus vault breaker into orbit deception kind of hurts. So we'll see here if WCat is able to survive all this trauma. I assume the Ziggs is mid, but I mean it could be 80 carry Ziggs pick here for Nord. We've got the Sejuani here. It's gonna be out here for Lolo. So I expect we do need some melee synergies with the Sejuani. If not, it's gonna be a little bit rough to get going in team fights. All right, Renekton Sejuani. All right, that's a pretty dangerous top lane combo. So what is Roche gonna be playing? Sorry, these glasses, I try to clean them, but they just stay dirty, no matter what. Alright, the Rumble going to be considered. Very good pick into the Renekton, but, I mean, a little bit immobile versus the Sejuani. So, we'll have to see here if Roshan is paid a bit more attention. Because he got quite a few ganks, to be fair, from Tizan really helping him out. My glasses should be clean now. Ezreal, Rakan going to be taken off the board. Continuing to deny some of Spy's greatest hits. Silas is going to be taken away here from WCat. So is this an indicator? Actually, I'm a little confused. We're banning an 80 carry and a mid laner. I guess in case it's not Ziggs 80 carry or it's not Ziggs mid. So kind of like preventive bans. What other support are we going to ban here? We're going to take away the Alistar from Spy here. All right, Kaisa gonna be locked in for Reynards. Fantastic. One pick we see a lot into Ziggs just because, you know, Ziggs slash Ezreal is that, you know, pretty immobile and squishy. So they get tagged by any form of CC. Kaisa just dives in and does that one bam 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 assassination combo. Alright, it's the Ashe here for Nord. Alright, Ashe Braum here in the bot lane. So we've got 2 out of 5 melee, 2 out of 4 melee synergies for Sejuani. That's pretty good. At the end of the day, she'll still be able to get a good amount of permafrost targets. And Kaisa Nico. Okay, so it's a very standard A little very standard looking draft here for Exodia. A little bit of spice cooked up here by Love Me. So let's see who takes it. In this is game number 2. Da 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 da. Did it not save the game? It did save. Okay. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, here we go. Bam! Let's get into the gamesies. Alright. Give me a second. Bam! This time I muted the music, guys. I did it! I did it! Oh, we got some sexy skins. Reynards with that vanilla skin once again. Man, cooking us out of 10 skins, PogChamp. But Reynards doesn't like particle effects, so. And hey, yo, isn't it so nice? We open the scoreboard and it's not like completely mixed up, and I don't have to solve a captcha puzzle to be able to fix it. So we got ourselves 4 teleports. Now this time Reynards, oh okay, The only different summoner spell we have this game is that Eddie NK, instead of taking Ignite, is taking Heal.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
We do have Arcane Conqueror. Oh, ooh, WCat taking a little bit of that heat. Tizan might be in a bit of trouble. Is there a W here? Ooh, okay. There's maybe enough. And that's the Permafrost. That's enough. That's first blood for Lolo. And that's Tizan's Flash. Alright, that's a horrendous start for poor Tizan. And that'll be like an early Giant Spell here for Sejuani. It'll be a guaranteed Giant Spell. And more. But starting Permafrost means she will need a little bit of a leash. She will be a lot weaker than if she just did W start. No, wah wah, wah wah, wah wah. Ooh, okay. Eddie and K trying to make sure that his Piss Princess can walk through the bush safely. Alright, Reynars was looking for some cheeky Acadian rain. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, so there's no sustain on either of these supports. There's like probably cookies for both. But it's gonna be Aim Down's job in that mid lane to get aggressive. And Rorschach not starting the cube means that he can't perpetually push the wave. Not until he gets it. Ooh, okay, some good damage landing onto Reynars. Reynars, man, there must be a sale at the grocery store because there's extra cookies. The heal invested by Eddie and K. Alright, Sigab trying to get a little bit of damage in. Hits that level hurry. Spy getting caught out, but the Tangle Roots gonna be enough. Nord taken pretty low, and both laners already out of consumables. Spy still the one who's relatively healthy. But yeah, no, it's a fight for priority in this bot lane. Ooh, the cannon missed though for Roshi Roche. Natsugev is getting burnt up. He's not enjoying a minute of it. Alright, cookies are down for Braum, at least for now. And Natsugev not having fun in this top lane. Rorschach still has his potion, so you can tell that he's been driving a wedge in terms of advantage. Oh, okay, Rorschach might be in a bit of trouble. That's the Permafrost coming out, the Sejuani happy. Rorschach has flash, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Ooh, Rorschach with a nice flash, gonna be able to get away here. Okay. Ooh, that's Tizan getting stunned up. And Tizan will go down, but that's a double kill for Kaisa. Reynars once again off to a fantastic start. With that double kill, 500 gold lead. Alright, Leandre start here for the Rumble. As we got Heartsteel versus Sundered Sky. I assume it's gonna be Sundered Sky. Can be, I think it could be Black Cleaver, but I think Sundered Sky just makes more sense in this sense. You just get more out of less. And
Galactic Hyper Barrier.
Rorschach wants to make sure not to overheat so he can keep bullying in the danger zone. And danger zone means his abilities have basically like a 50% boost. And now Rorschach in a bit of trouble. And that's a kill for Renekton. Unfortunately, Tazan and Roshirosh not having the best of days. Not in the early games. That's something to look at when playing against Vertios tomorrow that I'm excited to see. Yeah, Eddie and Kate taking a lot of damage, already out of potions. Looks like it's going to be a Rocket Belt start here for the Nico. I do like this item, gives Nico like a lot of power, and because the Fizz had just been seen top lane, that was prio to start Dragon. So that's going to be the Cloud Dragon secured here for the first objective secured here for Tazan. Okay, now we just gotta farm more here in the bot lane. But Eddie and K and Nord are taking a lot of damage. They're out of consumables. The heal is available, but it's another gank onto Rorschach. And Rorschach just wants to try and clear the wave. And now WCAT here forced to flash. And Ari used her ult. But that's a good trade. A flash for an ult is fantastic because there's no ult in the game. It's like 5-minute cooldown, you know? But we're starting to build a little bit of a CS lead here, both for Ari and Kaisa. But Lolo here in the bot lane has the ultimate. Actually, sorry, the ultimates are cooldown. But is there to try and provide some support. Ooh. And Eddie and Kay get sniped from downtown. Raynars with a sniper scope. Able to see those crazy Mopedians. And that's the third plate going over to Raynar and crew. So that should be an item if we look at it. Yeah, that's 1,800 gold. That's definitely an item. That's the Kurakan Sureya versus two components.
Feel my fury with your skin and face.
Okay, and Tazan able to interrupt. Oh, wow. What a nice satchel here. Aim down now might be in a bit of trouble. And Spy looking to get some Okay, Eddie and Kay in a bit of trouble, but that's going to be two grubs secured here for that's going to be two grubs secured for the likes of Lolo. Almost has that heart steal. Fantastic play to catch out Tazan, who was just trying to sneak an objective, but that's going to be no grubs. Oh, sorry, that's going to be one grub. No. That's going to be no grubs, because it's 3 or nothing. And Spy has been leveling up this series. Although he also played, he had a bit of a rough early last game. This game, it feels like he's dominating the Rift with the options he has available to him. once again in her tent that she pitched. But this time Rorschach has flash, so he's gonna get the live. Ooh, but Tazan caught in the aftermath means the turret's gonna be enough to take him down and aim down. Doesn't have the googly moogles. Rorschach not gonna get interrupted on his recall, so he's finally gonna get the live. But yeah, this could be first turret. And that'll mean it's gonna be a fight for objectives if that's the case. And that's first turret going over to Rorschach, going over to Reynars and Spy. And now Lolo in a bit of danger. Did that go over to Lolo? I'm not sure. Ooh, Spy could be in a bit of trouble. Oh, though there's no Ash Arrow because it was used to catch out Tazan under the turret.
Bye, fake Nico.
Nico's adorable. Okay, Tigab is still having a bit of trouble against this Rumble, even though the Rumble just has basically just faded ashes.
Galaxy punishment delivered.
Okay, that's a failed ult from both WCat and Lolo. Nice flash by aim down to dodge out of the way when he didn't have his ult. Alright, and aim down, gonna be able to take a recall. Spy and Reynars are here to relieve duty as the swap comes in because Herald's up soon.
Too
Ooh.
slow.
Oh, okay. The clone taking a beating. But that is the objective start here. Gonna be objective match point for the side of Exodia. Not wanting to give away feats again. That's 2-1 in objectives. Next objective for DME takes it for the feats of warfare.
Explosive face melter.
Ooh, Spy in a bit of trouble. Ooh, but Eddie NK gets caught back on the crackback. And now Lolo gets killed by Reynars and Nord is all alone. Is going to be able to avenge. Is going to be able to avenge by killing Spy off. But
Flame spitter.
as we wait, give me just a second. I just got a screw back in my
Zap
desk.
action. I am the max.
Rumble overheating, fighting reaction. And that's gonna be the Dominus still available here, but the turret protected. And Herald's up in a minute. Rorschach just gonna make sure the wave is cleared. Okay, we got Herald in 30 seconds. That's gonna be the next objective we fight over. But the turret's top lane is very, very low HP. So it's not gonna last much longer. Nearly 2 items already for the Kai'Sa. Jinsu's, Kraken. Good combination of items, good damage. Rocket Belt engage fails by Spy, but he got Ash to move away from the wave so that
Rising your
Reynars could push it in. Scab here looking for a little bit of offense. Gonna get the Ruthless Predator in hands. And yeah, now we're fighting around Herald Cryo. Ooh, okay, Tazan forced to walk away. Okay, we get the Nico clone absorbs the ult, but now Tazan gonna be taking down. The teleport from WCat means that we're probably gonna have to give over this Herald if we're DME. We don't really have many fighting tools. And Spy not able to land some Tango Roots onto Nord here as of late. Alright, that's going to be Herald to Carrot, so now we're at objective match point. It's kills here for the side of Love Me versus Turret. So we are 2-2 in objectives now. Next objective is going to be pretty big. It looks like we're already getting a Spirit Visage here for Vi. Interesting item as a second choice. Not what I'd consider optimal, but I mean, Vi does get shielding use out of her E, and I believe she went Green Smite. Yeah, she did go Green Smite. Okay, Leandre's finish here for Rumble. Jinzu's finish here for Kaisa. And we're at a really strong point in the game here for Reynars. Oh. The Nico clone once again eating an Ash Arrow. Right before an important team fight. Ooh. Aim down might be in a bit of trouble. Oh, never mind. Eddie and K does not land the skill shot. And we chose not to close behind the Ari. An Ari without Malignance means that once her ult is used, it's a pretty low cooldown. Okay, aim down, gonna charm up Sigav as we are getting the wave prio by getting this push in. We don't really want to give up grubs if we don't have to. We gotta channel the TP starting now. 5k on. Oh, and it's a blue team secure. Lolo secures the feats of strength for her team. Outsmiting Tazan. But the team fight seems to be going in favor. Reynars went down though. So, and Sigab gets killed off. And, ooh, okay. And there's no flash, there's no way to catch up to the Sejuani. So that is going to be a Smite steal, or Smite secure by Lolo, proving the jungle prowess in objective smiting. Though Renekton did get almost a max bounty by just killing Kaisa in the team fight. So almost 2,000 gold up this Renekton. Went Shojin first. Now going Sundered Sky, I believe. Tazan looking to find WCat. But Tazan's taking a lot of damage. And Tazan's gonna get killed off in the 1-for-1. Is Aim Down also gonna get solo killed? The teleport here from makes it. Oh shit! And now Reynar's in trouble. The cleanse is on cooldown, and that means Spy could be in trouble too. We failed the Herald Crush, and it got its charge back, but it was so weak that it just died. A little bit of a fumble here by Norn, but the greedy extension from the side of DME trying to hold that turret with just Reynars. So this Ashe is starting to make a comeback. Nord, who had a pretty silent game one, is making a good comeback in game number 2. Starrick's now finished for Renekton. So Sarek Sojourn, interesting that we are avoiding any healing items as of right now. Trying to just rely on the Renekton Q, they call the Meek, to get all that healing factor done. I wonder if we're going Bloodletters here as a second item on Rumble, because I feel like we truly need some of that Magic Pen. Oh, it was Abyssal Mask. Okay, so Tazan building for Rumble and Ari. But it's interesting that we aren't seeing the Malignants. Given that these characters have short ult cooldowns, you'd think that you want the Ari to be able to be your pick finder, right? But I guess we'll have to interview Aim Down and see what are his thoughts on that after the scrim. All right. This is now the Otacon dance. Ooh. Okay. Lolo gets charmed up, hit up, but it's rather tanky. Nord, however, gets shredded. And once again, Lolo is ignored while the rest of his team gets annihilated. Eddie NK seems to be having a rough game. Game 1, things not working out. Okay. Can we get enough of this poke down? Okay, Tazan gets a nice ball breaker onto WCat. Okay, we're... Okay, Tsigyab might have an opening. Does he have a slice? Oh. Jesus, okay. The rocket ball used to dodge the bomb? Jesus. Alright, so that's the far side. That's the horizon focus by... Okay. IWCat Ziggs looking phenomenal in this game number 2. He's landing such high quality poke. Now the Koenig Rokern finished here because Tazan's not really building any damage. And I mean, Reynar's is kind of focusing on the on-hit magic damage that you get from the Wrath, Rage, Lust, whatever, the mini on-hit passives you get from building the Recur Bow items. And now even Nico's trying to get an Abyssal Mask so that she can find a way in. Just got to be able to be a little bit chonkadonk. Alright. We've got Ocean Soul this game. And the Ocean Dragon has spawned. Will it be Soul Point for DME? Or will Lolo continue being the best jungler in the QC scene? Alright. Alright. Tsigyab goes in, fails to find anybody, but that's a nice Sejuani ultimate, though there's not much follow-up. Rorschach is the one getting caught, but Nord takes so much damage, and Reynar's is looking to close down. Eddie and K goes down for a double kill on the Kaisen now. And now the Void Missiles are charged up, and now the Smite, one more fist. The Flash Fist is gonna be enough. And IWCat had to flash away from the team fight, so that's a 3 for 1 at the end of the day. Oh, okay. Okay, Lolo manages to smite, doesn't manage to steal the buff. But Ziggs here, out of mana. So he's in a bit of danger. He's in danger, and the teleport from Rorschach is coming in. Eddie NK might also just be in a bit of trouble. And that's Reynar's able to take a kill here. Alright. That's the touristic arrow coming out from Nord. He built Merc Treads this game because he's like, wow, bro, there's way too much damage. I gotta be able to survive. Surprising, because the lack of mana items on the Ziggs, This is something that we often see as a problem for Ziggs in team fights is he will run out of mana. He has insanely low cooldowns with average mana cost, but he throws out so many spells that, well, if you don't have a blue buff, you're gonna go. It's underrated how broken blue buffs are, and it looks like Reynars and Tizan are just looking to two-man this Baron, while now the Leandri's support coming in. Okay, we got Shadow Flame here. Aim down once again on a 0-kill game. A downgrade from what we saw last season. From Playmaker to support. Ooh, Spy in trouble though. He gets knocked up. The Glacial Fissure isn't going to be enough. Reynar's looking to get in, and it looks like it was a bait to trap the members of Love Me. And now we get a catch on the Fed Ziggs. Aim down with the first kill of the game. And he is happy. Alright, Tizan making a bit of a comeback with these plays. Alright, we're looking to get away. Spy gonna use the Rocket Belt to dodge the Glacial Assault. And that's gonna be aimed down, taking down the bot inner as well. Gold lead climbing to almost 8k. We're at Ocean Soul Point here. Staircase finished. So this Vi, decently tanky. And Rorschach now working towards, I want to say a Riftmaker? Yeah, probably Riftmaker or Cripploom. But we have Tigab here. Looked fantastic so far in the early game, but the last few team fights hasn't been able to, you know, strut his stuff. And while WCat and Nord have been able to do a decent amount of damage, fortunately, when they get caught in a bait and switch, there's not much to do about it. You know, sometimes, you know, you're playing Mousetrap, and you're the one who's the mouse getting trapped. Okay? Spy gets his Celestial Opposition broken, but we're 5-man, so we're 4-man pushing this top inner with Baron, and that's the inner circle of turrets broken down. And now we've got a Baroned up cannon wave as we get ready to push for more double buffs. A red buff does take turret aggro here. Yeah, Ziggs versus Baroned up minions, not the best, but he can throw out so many spells that he gets the job done at the end of the day. But will this turret hold? It's almost down, and it's not gonna be enough. Kai'Sa went Wit's End, so now she has tenacity, and she has almost a Zhonya's finish. Okay, Tizan getting pretty low, but that's a nice equalizer into the pop-up. A fantastic ult cease and desist, and now Eddie NK gets taken down. Sigab gets melted, and Lolo gets removed from the face of this earth. This is gonna be a 2-0 so far in this 3-game scrim block. Are we getting a 3-0 sweep? And DME look unstoppable. That's going to be the end of game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Bam. I'm going to head back to the League client real quick as we get the music back on. We're going to get the draft number 3. Ah, okay, that's weird. There's just no play again button. There we go. Ah, okay. So it looks like Love Me are gonna move back to red side here for game number 3. Oh. Welcome to the live stream. We're about to get started on the final game of this scrim block. So far, DME have shown the resilience. They're like the blue wall, but in Quebec, they're like "Ton Québec ici, ton parle français," and they walled out the invaders that are LoV Esports. Oh. Let's get our very special legal silver scrapes. I don't know why we chose Guile theme, but silver scrapes always gets hit, but Guile theme never gets hit. And Guile's just a Giga Chat. Ooh, new Blue Archive storyline. Dragon and Tortoise. Alright, here we go. Starting that draft up. Let's see what we end up getting. Same band so far, nothing new. Which level up juice do I have? Just enough for the triple gakis. Alright. So many level 1 students, it's crazy. Oh, I can unlock Eris. Let's do that. What should we do? Oh, a nun ban. What? Trundle ban. Okay. So Trundle, Pantheon, Belveth banned from the side of Exodia. That leaves what? Zinzao up for Tizan? I mean, we used Vi. Pantheon's been banned. Skarner, Sejuani, Pantheon Poppy. Belveth. Yeah, that's like Zinzao, right? Unless my math ain't mathing. Is it Wukong? I mean, there's Wukong available if Tizan wants to play Wukong. But Tizan's been playing more of like the, like supportive jungle role. Because he's like, you buy the core item and then he goes like defensive. Okay, it looks like we're just trying to get Rorschach an aggressive matchup. Because the Rumble's gone, so Ambessa's a great pick. But I mean, Gwen is still available, and so is Jax. But does Tigab play those? Because normally you want to go. You can go Scion into the Ambessa. You can go Renekton is a fantastic pick into Ambessa. But maybe that's why they're happy. Okay, it's gonna be the Zinzao given over, but that means Wukong Ambessa is kind of nasty though, right? And here, of course, you get the Gwen lock in here for Tigab. It makes sense. Really good pick. Plus, it's a diverse profile because it has true damage and magic damage. So a little hard to build resist for because true damage just ignores resistances. And, magic damage you don't build. Well, to be fair, magic resist against Gwen doesn't really make much of a difference because if you're getting caught in the ultimate, you might as well just die. If she's not behind, you might as well just die. The champion does a lot of damage, and if you don't respect her, okay. Ooh, okay, we're giving priority to Spy here, and we're gonna put Cezanne on Ivern. Okay. That's interesting. We're prioritizing the Ivern pick. It's not fantastic into the likes of Zinzao, but I mean it can be a good neutralizer. And the root colors from out of nowhere can also just come out and really surprise people because you have an Ambessa, you have a Rel, so these engages can look phenomenal from Fog of War. From the enemy's perspective of Fog of War, should they land. Because, like, you could just, like, you're walking towards, like, Baron or whatever, get hit by a stray root color, and suddenly there's 5 people on your ass. And then, boom, you just get instantly blown up. And, you know, unlike unlike Pantheon and the likes of Braum and stuff, you don't have a period of, like, invulnerability. I mean, you got the Mist for Gwen, but if she has to use it while just randomly walking before a team fight, that thing's almost 20 seconds cooldown. You're not going to see it for that fight if that fight is meant to start like right then and there, you know? They're just out of here going to be banned away from Reynar's, not a name down champion. Reynar's really likes his aggressive AD carries. The Yunara is still open. She did get hotfix. I don't think she's fantastic, especially not into the likes of Alistair, Gwen, Zinzao. I definitely don't feel like it's a Yunara game angle. I mean, to be fair, it could be a Smolder game angle. And they could really just play annoyingly. Yeah, I can see it. I can see the Smolder or Senna game angle. And they just play with the longer range style engage of the Ivern and let Senna or Smolder just decimate the back row and stuff. Yeah, I can see it. Plus, Senna and Smolder are fantastic into melee supports because they get a lot of extra stacks. When it's like an enchanter or a poke support, it's a little bit harder because they're not always going to be like in melee range of trying to get a creep. They're going to be in their attack range of getting a creep. And they're not often just like looking to face tank hits. But Alistair has good sustain. So the Jinx taken off the table tells me Jinx, Varus, Tristana, Corki, plus 80 carries that are currently banned. I mean... Okay, the Senna going to be taken away here by Nord. Okay, so I mean Smolder is the answer into Senna because while, you know, Senna has stacks, Smolder has an execute. So Smolder doesn't even have to build collector. He can build real items. Senna doesn't even build collector herself. But yeah, I think this is going to be a Smolder angle. You put Reynar's on the hyper carry. Almost guaranteed he's been playing fantastically. Sure, it's not his early game playstyle that he loves where he's like just I mean to be fair, we could just see Lucian here, but Lucian with Rel, the pairing just doesn't make much sense, so we'll have to see what Reynar's is feeling. Okay, the Talia to slow down the enemy team I like. Okay, but we need some high impact physical damage because there's a lot of CC for Ambessa to play through. I think it's Smolder, Jhin, Yunara, Smolder. Yeah, okay. I was gonna be like, there's a way to justify Jhin because there's a lot of ways to proc the Deadly Flourish, and so Jhin can be in the backline providing supportive fire. But, I mean, against a Gwen and a Zinzao who can kind of just immune to damage, and you have Alistair who's basically immune to the damage if his ult's active, so you'd only have 2 targets to ever shoot for, and you wouldn't be able to shoot through the front line. Okay. I like the Lissandra. Like a little bit of defensiveness here, but the Syndra makes... I mean, she's getting buffed. She does a good amount of damage. We're just going to be right back. I'm going to mute the mic. I have to go to the washroom real quick. We're going to switch to the in-game leak screen. Leak client, and I'll just be right back. See you guys in just a second. Sorry about that. Sometimes, you know, nature calls. Oh. Alrighty, here we are. Ooh, nice batch of. See, that's the nice batch of 10 skins we got there. We got vanilla plus 9 cool. Oh, no. Rorschach! Rorschach ruining the vibe. Rorschach, you were supposed to have a skin, brother. Brother, man, brother. Ooh, this time we're gonna take the slow approach. Reynar's with the teleport. Alright, so we got Phase Rush versus First Strike. We got Conqueror versus Airy. Ooh, no Grasp on the Gwen, so we're going Conqueror. Fleet Footwork Mirror. And finally, we got to see the use of a Summoner Spellbook. I knew my goat Spy would bust it out. I'm surprised Alistar isn't busting it out. I mean, technically speaking, there's gonna be a time where a TP flank from Rel is gonna be a real thing. And you're gonna have to respect it. Alright, double blue smite. I mean, the smite is so OP that, I mean, it's used in 95% of games. 5% of games is green smite, and then the molecules of less than a 1% use is red smite. AKA some bad solo queue junglers. That thing, I need the damage, I need the slow, I need the damage, where to go? Let's see here. So the average Senate stacks we're looking is 70 at 22-25 minutes, and smaller we're looking for about 23-ish minutes for 225. So we'll see if that is the case at the end of it. Well, there we go. The landing phase has started. The first threshold for Smolder is 25 stacks, which isn't much. You can expect that within the first 5 minutes normally. You should have that within the first 5 minutes. We don't count the first minute because the first laning minute there's nothing to stack. Okay, WCat is fighting Aim Down, but Aim Down seems to be having a little bit more fun. No snot bubble trouble here. Oh, some nice first strike gold. About 15 gold for free. You know, sometimes you just exist and money just enters your pocket. And you're just like, ah, the great outdoors. If you don't understand the reference, it's the Triad from the Night Elves clan in Warcraft 3. Ooh, Sigab is getting Gankashlank, has his flash, but okay, so the flash was invested by both top laners. Reminder, if Smolder has his Q animation logged, Lolo willing to trade 1-for-1. Oh, not actually gonna fall. Oh, Spy gets a nice crash down, shattering strike. Reynar's doesn't have to burn anything. Aim Down goes down and does not get the trade kill over. So it's a 1-for-1. Ooh, okay, now WCat forced the flash off to flip the table. We're going to be checking in at stacks on both of these 80 carries at 5 minutes. See where they're at. Ooh. Oh no, Aim Down. No. Aimtown makes a mistake and dies again. Oof. It's not the MVP season for Aimdown in these scrims. Shit's rough. Shit's rough. Okay, well, Tizan getting slowed once again. The flash auto to root call. Okay. And now Tizan gets a kill with the red buff. Ooh, a triple stack here for Reynars. Now let's check in on our stacks here. We've got 34 to 11. Keep in mind that every smolder stack, you're looking at about, every 3 smolder stacks, you're looking at about 1 Senna stack. So they're about on par. At least until like the 300 something mark for smolder, and then it just kind of snowballs out of control. Because Senna doesn't get 100 million stacks. Ooh, another. Ooh, Tizan gonna miss that engage, and that means he's just dead. Okay, that was a mistake on Tizan's part. Otherwise, he had been playing really well. But this Syndra is gonna be pretty fat and juicy, like a plump Thanksgiving turkey. Oh, okay, Aimdown might be able to settle on a solo kill, and he will get a shutdown. Though Rorschach now in a bit of trouble. And Lolo able to take that kill. But yeah, that's feats of kills going over once again to the side of Love Me. So the early game pretty damn powerful, to be fair. We'll check back in at the 12-minute mark for stacks. But so far it looks like it's gonna be Essence Reaver versus Black Cleaver. Ooh, okay. Yeah, Aimdown really has to go take a buy because he's got So now we finish the last chapter. Bought a tier in a book. And unfortunately, Tigab not having that much fun in the top lane. Doesn't have that much money. Okay, the needleworks being channeled. Ooh, okay, that's an interesting way to use the Ambessa ult. The third proc of the needleworks. Gonna do a lot of damage to Rorschach. And that's the first objective. Going to Lolo. Yeah, it's getting bullied in those combos. Can only really take a counter trade. Oh. And WCAT starting to abuse this matchup in the mid lane. Okay, level 6 now, 40-80 carries. Ooh. Smolder taking the plap, plap, plap. And he's going to be stuck behind the wall. So he's going to be going down. And now Lolo trying to make sure we get these grubs. But for the first time this game, DME are going to deny grubs. And WCAT is forced to use his flash really early once again. And it's a good play by Aimdown, even though he's so far behind. Only about 600 gold, but 600 gold in 9 minutes is pretty impactful. Though there's already a 20 plus CS lead for Reynars versus Nord, which has been the norm this entire series. There has just been an 80 carry day. And that's the Ambessa ult. And even though the needlework was active... Ooh, the flash from Tazan. But it's just not enough. And now Rorschach is also gonna get body booped. And now Reynars is just like giving them free stacks. Giving them stacks. Giving them free stacks. I want them stacks. I'm the stack machine. I'm the stack cow. Ooh, okay. Okay, the flip back. WCAT now in a bit of danger. Reynar's going to be able to get over the wall. And WCAT gets shut down here. And the ultimate from Eddie and K. But it's not enough. Double kill for Aim Down. Aim Down finally starting to make some comebacks in this. And Reynar's the master of the crouching tiger hidden strike. Able to just sneak away through the wall and then walk away like a villain. This man should have died at least 3 times during that team fight, but he's the sneaky snake. He do the sneaky fangs. Okay, a plate is going to be lost bot lane, as no one was there to claim it from the side of DME. But the gold is pretty close for this point of the game. This time, Tgiev really just not getting to play the game much. But the bot lane, though, for Love Me this time is not just running it down at the speed of sound. They're having a much cleaner early game, despite the huge CS difference. But to be fair, I mean, Senna just kind of like scales and becomes annoying on like a rather low econ style build. They go like Static Shiv, Black Cleaver, Rapid Fire. And then they're kind of like full build anyways. And not going to be, you don't pick Senna for the insane massive amount of damage. You just pick it for the super annoying range. Okay, the root up here. Now Aim Down gets collapsed on, force the flash over the wall. And now Daisy gets summoned to get a nice crash down. Manic Storm, and that's going to kill almost everyone. Rorschach looking to find Nord. Going to find WCAT also. Now Eddie and K in trouble. That's a triple kill for Ambessa. Will it be the quadra kill? And Aim Down is like, oh, hell nah. But now that's a 1.5k gold lead. And it's, yeah, you know, just sitting in the Sneeko chair, being chilling. But sometimes you'd rather be a watcher than a supporter. And that's going to be objective number 2 here for DME. But now, yeah, there's a pretty big gold lead, 1,200 gold difference now. Let's check in with the stacks. We've got 114 at 13 minutes versus, what was that, 37? So, still about on even pace for both 80 carries. The difference is there's 40 CS difference. So, money-wise, the 300 gold is purely from farming. And that's Aim Down dying again. Hey, I mean, to be fair, Aim Down is involved in a lot of this team's kills.
Will fall soon.
Okay, well, Tgiev taking a lot of damage there. Getting chunked. Spy was holding the way for his 80 carry. And now we look to maybe get first turret in the mid lane. We're trying, but there's a TP, so it's at least. And Tazan gonna get taken to 40%. And now we've got Rift Herald in a minute. Okay, turret plates have gone down, so turrets are easier to break. So that mid lane outer. Okay, that's Lolo trading a kill back, but now there's Spy and Tizan, so. And Reynar's here to pick up them leftovers. He ordered his Xin medium rare to go. Sinja really trying to get this turret. Trying to push the wave in. It looks like it's... Oh, we're trying to make it happen. No, Talia wave clear, too clutch. Is it going to be the top outer or the mid outer that's going to go down first? This Rorschach is like one wave away from beating the shit out of it. Okay, the flash here, but the flash magnet storm to follow. And WCat is going to survive all of this. We get the unstoppable will. We get the unbreakable will out of the Eddie and K. And now we're gonna start the Herald dance. Horizon Focus finished up here. And now it's Yaba trying to survive. Ooh, okay. We're gonna use the Alistar to taxi our way out of here. She's still with me. Ooh, okay, maybe Aim Down gets the turret. Eddie and K might go down, but Lolo here to bring up the defense. And now WCat in a bit of danger. But Aim Down gets killed instead. Is WCat going to be able to get away from Spy? I don't think so. Spy's got that schlussy. And he's ready to fuck with that mussy. Ooh, Rorschach gonna go down. But the shields, they're insane. And Eddie and K gets a shutdown. And now Spy's in the mess. And ooh, Lolo gets a kill with the red buff. The Dawning Shadow not going to be able to find its target. And yeah, this Xin Zhao is huge. And Reynars gets the first. That's so anticlimactic. Reynars gets the first turret just because he's got an insane lead in the bot lane. All these other turrets were super low, and it's just Reynars going like thanks fam. Now that's almost a Shojin. That's a Shojin finish here for Reynar. So he's got 2 items. Senna has a static ship. So yeah, we're not feeling too hot right now. So now it truly is the next objective that takes it. The next objective for DME takes feeds. Now that is Ambessa breaking a turret in the top lane, so the outer ring of turrets is gone now. Okay, and that's Lolo securing the Hextech Dragon. And also, Rorschach is putting in work on that inner turret. And Natsuya might be in a bit of trouble, but Gwen is immune, uwu. Gwen is immune, uwu. Ooh, Spy's looking for a play. Doesn't find the Shattering Strike target. And now Spy gets thrown into the hands of Lolo, who has not shopped yet for her second item. Doesn't have the money yet for it. That should be it. That should be that second item. And Nord now just chipping away at the turret. We're getting to the point where the gold lead is still just about 1.5k in favor of DME. And it's almost purely on... Wait. Oh, okay. It's because... Okay. So, Rorschach is up 2,000 gold on Sigab, but Lolo is up almost 3,000 gold on Ivern. Okay. Oh, we're trying to get onto Reynar's, but we're not... Ooh, okay. Ooh, the nice wombo. The Staircase Gauge finished now here for Lolo. So, he's super tanky, super strong. And, yeah, Tazan might be in a bit of trouble. And now Lolo is caught behind bars. And, oof, it's just not going to be enough. The Leandra's going to be enough. Tigab now tries to get into the fray. But going to get stunned up, fucked up, and lubed up. Because ain't no party like a Diddy party. And now that's going to be the third objective here, going over the DME. So for the second time this series, for the first time this series, DME will have the sexy boots. There's four Crimson Lucidities that are going to be picked up this game. A crazy amount of movement speed. They're going to be zooming around the rift. I'm surprised to see Smolder not get Swifties. Okay, that should be the top inner maybe taken? No? Almost. It's one auto attack away. So now we got the Chainless Thrashers, third pair of Crimson Lucidity, Seeker's Arm Guard picked up here, and yep. Ivor now working on I think a Dawncore or Mikhail's. I mean, I think Dawncore would make more sense than Mikhail's right now because the only cleansable CC is the Cinder Stun and the root from Senna W, but I don't think Raynar should be getting hit by it. Here we go now, Rorschach. Still fighting, headstrong. And the flash forced out of Tizan here. Now Mom is called. She gets angry, but now we're looking to pincer in Love Me. And the execute is available for Smolder. Gonna be denied by aim down, but let's check in on the stacks. 232, 58. So unfortunately, Nord pretty far behind. About 15 stacks behind in equivalence to Raynar's. But oh, sorry, it went direct. Alright, we're back at the Atacon here. That's Atacon the boot. Oh, okay. Okay, well, Sigab forced a flash because of the Ambessa ult. And, oh, okay. And now a nice engage here onto Spy. He gets the crash down to get away. And now aim down gets stunned up, gets hit up by the Syndra. Reynars really wants that red buff though. So the team fighting is gonna have to wait till aim down, till Reynars gets his red. All right. Ooh, okay. A nice 3-man stun.
Eddie NK now stuck into the wall, forced to use his flash. The hollowed miss comes down, aim down, might be in a bit of trouble. Lolo tries to isolate the carries, but there's no follow-up. So unfortunately, a nice return kill onto Rorschach. But I mean, yeah, this Smolder is insanely fed. And Spy now almost on a killing spree, getting ready to end this game. About a 4.5k gold lead. I'm gonna take the dragon, deny the soul points from the side of Love Me. And yeah, Reynar's has almost fully scaled in terms of items. Once he finishes his rapid fire cannon, which he probably has right now, he'll be super happy. The execute's coming in. Syndra had 3 items though, nothing to shake a stick at. But Lolo going in, unfortunately, with no one with her. Oh, okay. Spy might be caught out though. Gonna use a crash down over the wall, and gonna decide to stay. Oh, gonna use his time to stop them from coming to take the Baron. So that's gonna be a Baron traded for a shutdown on Spy. I mean, 400 gold for 1500 gold plus the Baron buff. I think that's always worth it. Alright, Love Me gonna do what they can. They're gonna take a few turrets here and there, just try and minimize the gold loss. It seems like Syndra has gotten an ability point in her passive for her passive. So let's check in on Syndra real quick, see how many sacks she has. She has fully scaled her her splinters. So she now has the mini death cap and the execute. Mom's being called, but unfortunate. Oh, okay. So yeah, doing his best, engage, impressing, but it just doesn't seem to be enough. Reynars gets the first kill. Second kill goes to Reynars here. Is this the pentakill angle? It's the triple kill, but Ambessa takes the quadra away. So they're just looking to end the game here. Okay, well, that's gonna stop the siege. Yeah, this Indra is huge. And unfortunately, WCat can't carry Tsigab and Nord out of this. Looks like we're gonna be recalling. Okay, so we're not ending the game yet. Okay, that's 3 items on 3 items on Ambessa, 3 items, 3.5 items on Ambessa, 3.5 items on Ivern, 3.5 items on Talia, 3.5 items on Smolder, 2.5 items on both. So 3 items on Ivern, 2.5 items on Rel. They're looking good to carry. The Serpent's Fang picked up by Zinza. I'm not sure about that, Fam Jam. I know shields are a big thing against the Ivern, but normally that'd be your AD carry's job to try and pick up. But I mean, the Senna is in the bargain bin right now, so she just doesn't have any money because she's been shopping at Shoppers Drug Mart for too many years. Expensive pharmacy is expensive. Big Pharma laughs. Okay, Rorschach is gonna try to get away. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Rorschach tried to make a super play on to the Syndra, but it wasn't enough. And now Rorschach just goes down. And there's no objective to really play with while Ambessa is dead, so the death is not too meaningful. Syndra R is on cooldown. Syndra finish her Void Staff. And now Syndra on 4 items, doing a ton of damage. Let's look at the gold chart. Yeah, an insane lead in both bot lane and top lane. And then, wow. Spy being almost 2,000 gold ahead of Eddie and K is a little bit crazy sauce. Okay, the root color gonna connect. Spy gets a nice Shattering Strike. Lolo in a bit of trouble, but the sun comes down. Daisy summon, but it looks like we just want to fight for this Hextech Dragon. Rank 3 ultimate here for the Ivern big girl Daisy. And that's going to be Hextech Soul Point. Now finished. Rorschach gonna find Sigab, but Sigab is never alone. A really nice Stonefield flip back by Aim down here to save Rorschach. The Ignite from Alistair was used, so that is a decent cooldown. Oh, and Gwen ult, but I mean Gwen ult is up every minute anyways, right? So it doesn't really matter if you use it before a team fight. By the time Gwen comes back, yeah, it's already 2/3 off cooldown. By the time the team fight starts, it'll be back off cooldown. Okay, ooh, that's a Zonia's proc. And I Aim down, force a flash over the wall. Gonna be able to dodge it when it becomes lightning here by Zhao. And now Smolder's 75% crit. Yeah, 100% crit once he builds his armor pen item. If he builds one. I mean, if there's not much armor on the team. I mean, yeah, Alistair has some armor and stuff, but the man has the man has like no money anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Nice crash down Magnet Storm, Mom, Magnetic Storm combo. And WCat gonna get taken down from behind. And Lolo tries, but is not gonna be able to find the target. Ooh, a beautiful public execution. And that's gonna be DME just ending the series 3-0. And yeah. GG's. Thank you for coming to watch the Scrim, and thank you to Rorschach for hooking me up with some beautiful content. We'll see you guys tomorrow evening for DME Exodia versus Vertios. Thanks for watching, and have a